call me up and we'll talk
Here we
about
go.
Yeah.
We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every
Special,
day.
it's a real special one. You know what I'm saying? Jamaicans.
I'm actually Dominican and Jamaican. Dominican
Oh,
Jamaican.
Okay. Look at that. Okay, I like your head for the Rumboyz. I like that. Okay. Jamaicans. Hey.
You talking to the HNIC?
You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I am your host, Bogard Scot-Free. It's episode 50, goddammit. Woo! You know what? We got a special guest. And before I introduce him, I just want to say, everybody be safe out there. The goddamn corona. We'll get to that. But I want to give a real special welcome to our man, Robbie, the founder of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Jamaicans, welcome to the show.
What is good, bro? Cheers to me. Cheers to the GMM crew. What it do?
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys having me on the show, bro.
Hey, I figured I'd actually copped a bottle of rum in honor of you guys. I'm like, we're going to celebrate this 50th episode while I talk some of this good fantasy and go ahead and drink some of this good rum. So, you know what I'm saying? Before we get into this show, handle a little bit of housekeeping. Follow us at the GMM Network. Follow me at Bogard Scot-Free World. Shout out to our sponsors, Milk and Honey TX, for all your CBD goodness. Go ahead and check out www.milkandhoneytx.com. Okay, all that out the way. Robbie, how you doing today?
We are in the dark ages, but aside from that, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be on the show. I'm happy that we still at least have some type of sports content to deliver to the public. So it's our job as analysts and reporters to hit the beat. So we're here to take care of what we got to take care of.
This is the dark ages, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, things are falling down left and right. I, for one, selfishly, well, first of all, I want the world to be okay, right? I'm not a heartless motherfucker. I want the world to be okay. Now, with that said, selfishly, I'm like, damn, if they cancel football, because my shit is all fantasy football, you know what I mean? We got other podcasts on our network, but like, essentially, this is one of my passions, and I'm like, man, it's unfortunate, what's going on, and I know you guys cover every sport. I actually tuned into what your guys' episode, your latest episode yesterday, where you guys were kind of going over the corona. You know what I mean? And it's devastating. Yeah. Okay, well, before we get into the dark ages, let's talk about something fly. Let's talk about something positive. Let's talk about the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. So I know you're the founder. I want to know the origin story. You know what I'm saying? I like to call us analysts, or they call us analysts. I like to call us superheroes. And every superhero has a goddamn origin story. I want to hear the origin story of the Rumboyz and everybody involved.
So it started off with just me and my homies. We were watching a game over at his crib. Started getting to a little bit of a heated debate in front of everybody. Like, we had like all the homies over. Like, when I say like all the homies, like they even had like their kids, their fur babies. They had their wives. Like, we were up in the crib deep, bro.
Yeah.
So when the argument started, we started getting talking. Like, it was lit. Everybody came down to the face and they just started watching us. Like they were watching.
It was that heated.
The game. They started watching us. And then my homie Ronaldo, he stepped in and he was like, "So, y'all need to come up with a show. Y'all need to have a show. And y'all gonna
shout out Ronaldo. That's his name."
Yeah, my homie Ronaldo. He's not a part of the company. That was his contribution to the gig.
Is that his claim to fame now? That's his claim to fame.
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out.
He was the one that stepped into the argument.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to Ronaldo. You never know, if he didn't step into that room, that it might not have launched the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. God damn it, Jamaicans.
Hey, I'm a businessman anyway, so the gears were already turning. This is something that I've always wanted to do. It's just now that we have the technology, social media, and things like that on our side that we didn't have before. So it's easily accessible, for anyone to pick up a mic. I mean, but at the same time, when you pick up that mic, you got to realize that you're entering the world of sports journalism. And you got to realize that there's a responsibility that comes with this, and I learned that very, very quickly throughout my career. At first I was like, we're just gonna sit back, talk sports. We're gonna smoke a blunt on air. We're gonna chilling.
And then you realize it's actual work.
It's actual work. But I mean, anyways, Ty, me and him, we started it off.
Shout out to Ty.
He held the company down for the homie Ty Boogie. He held it down for about 8 months or almost. We actually made it to our first year of business together, and then he was young and he had to move on with his life. Now I run the company myself. We got about 14 other writers. I want to shout out our mini Todd McShay, Jordan Love,
big up
on the draft analysis, Rumboyz Combat, covering all of our UFC and boxing, which could be the only sport that we have this weekend. Honestly, he's doing a job right now. I'm like, you're still working. Shout to the whole personality fantasy football team talk, write all of our technical content, all the guys, man, all the guys. Brian Hall doing all of our graphics. That is the freaking man. The man that controls all of my marketing, that does all of my graphics, that drops everything with the drop of a dime when I need him. My homie Brian.
Shout out
also running
Brian.
our fitness division. Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, we also bring on I dig it. We also bring on other content creators, bring them underneath our main feature, show them the ropes, get ready, get them ready to monetize and get revenue starting. I want to shout out Clock Management Fantasy Football, my homie Justin over there doing this thing.
Yep, big up to Justin. Okay.
So the crew is deep.
I know you guys. I was about to say you guys are like the Wayans family of fantasy analysts. You guys are like the Wu-Tang, goddammit, like the Wu-Tang clan of fantasy analysts. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, there's actually a graphic being worked on where all of our faces are one of the Wu-Tang members. I'm doing it as a meme just to be like.
Nice. Who are you?
Because that's that. Of course, I'm RZA. I'm the man behind the
board. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You are the founder. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to RZA. Friend of the show.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, yo. I dig it. Where are you from, by the way, man?
I'm from the Bay Area, California. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Niners fan. You know what I mean? Shit's kind of crazy. Our shit's completely shut down as of today. They shut down the Bay Area, basically. You're from Colorado, Warm Springs?
Yeah, well, I live in Colorado Springs, but I'm originally from Southeast DC. Shout out to DC. But yeah, I just live here in the Springs.
I got family out I got family out in Warm Springs, actually.
Word, yeah, that's way up north. That is colder up there. I get every season here. Sometimes every season in one day.
Oh, that's dope. Hey, you know what? I actually wanted to talk. So you guys are majority from Denver, right? Or Denver from Colorado?
We are from all over.
Oh,
I have guys all over. Nick Howard, he's out in Cleveland. I got guys all over, bro.
So you guys are diversified as far as your fandom, in the NFL. Like I take it you're a Broncos fan.
No, I'm a Washington Redskins fan.
Oh, okay.
But when it comes to basketball, I'm a Lakers fan, Nationals fan with baseball, Tar Heels fan in college basketball. Let's see, for Virginia Tech Hokies is my college football team.
Okay, so, Virginia Tech, shout out.
I'm kind of. Yeah,
so you got a nice little plethora. You got a plethora going on.
Oh God, I like to say I'm cultured. I'm cultured in the sports world.
All right, man, I can tell. Check this out, Playmakers. For all y'all that, when y'all check out the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, you definitely will see they are multicultural and diverse in all their content and just their perspective. And it's real refreshing to me. You know what I mean? Because you kind of do see the cookie cutter fantasy analysts out here, and you guys definitely aren't. You guys definitely broke the mold, in my opinion. And you can tell you guys is all folks. You know what I mean? Because like chemistry also is important, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And you guys definitely. I love it when you guys shit on each other too. It's the best because it's like then you know it's real. Because you know a lot of these other shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these other shows they want to play it PC all the way, and it's like, come on, keep it a hundo. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no. If one of my guys has a dumbass take, I let him know that it's a dumb take, and I have no problem letting it be known on air. That's what we're all there for. We're all there to talk sports, talk fantasy football, drop analysis, half-fired takes, and like you said, really break the mold. I mean, when I started this, I wanted to disrupt the market. Like I saw what the market already was, and I sat back and like just studying, and you know, like you said, there was so much cookie cutter, and I was like, why are you going to pick up a microphone and do the exact same thing that they can get on TV?
For real,
why are you trying to do exactly what NFL Network is doing, exactly what ESPN is doing?
And
so I took the Steve Jobs approach.
Oh yeah,
I'm not trying to build.
So you pop some you pop some LSD, and then so you took the real Steve Jobs approach, or like literally.
I mean, there may and may not be some things involved in the idea process, in the brainstorming process.
Oh yeah, I'm an advocate for psychedelic drugs myself.
Oh my, bro, we're on a podcast. We're in a safe place. Neither of us are SEC regulated. That's the other thing. I intend to keep myself that way.
And I love that. I love that the head of the body of the Rumboyz network is from Colorado. So I already knew off the back. Like I was like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers burn up for sure. You know what I mean? That's just a part of the culture out there. Same thing like the Bay Area.
It's part of the life.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bro. I used to live in LA. You know, shout Rose Grant.
Shout Rose Grant.
I used to live in LA, and it's always been a part of the culture. It's always been a part of who I am. I feel it helps me be a very calm CEO.
Right? Because you know what I'm saying. You and little does the rest of your cast know that you do have. I mean, you are the head of the body. You do bear the load. You know what I mean? There is heavy is the crown. You know, as some would say. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
This joint's for you right here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro, absolutely. I mean, something goes wrong, and I get an email from the NFLPA, like, that's, you know, that's serious. You know, I've been there, and I've been on that level, you know. I sat down yesterday speaking with our sponsor, shout out to Sportscaster, live streaming platform. You got to download the app on iOS devices. We're working on getting it to Android. But yeah, you know, check us out, Sportscaster, shout out to our sponsor. And bro, you know, I was on the phone with them yesterday, and we're sitting back trying to come up with business plans to make sure that we're keeping the sports industry afloat during this time.
I know, right? Isn't that fucking scary, bro? It's like,
oh, bro, it's so scary.
So
the play-by-play people are the ones that are most affected. Us as podcasters, we're creative.
Yeah.
We have our wits about us. You know, part of running a podcast is, you know, one part marketing, one part comedy, and another part analyst. You know,
and another part indulgence.
Exactly. Fact. You know, so I mean, we're able to keep our wits about us, so we can keep our shows afloat. Think about the people out there in the industry that are up and coming play-by-play commentators. Think about all of the underlying leagues that were affected by this. You know, everything from, you know, JUCO to high school to college, so on and so forth. Think about all the sports businesses right now that are affected. The writers that are affected, a lot of writers. The easiest writing piece of a sports writer that anyone will ever do is recapping a game.
Oh yeah.
Or, you know,
just in general. Tape. Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's like there's no game to recap. I know, right? Then it's all speculate. It's back to speculation season. You know what I mean? Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Well, that's a perfect segue into why shit is fucked up, and it's this goddamn coronavirus. And like, it's so in your area, are they Are they already sounding all the alarms? Like, you know what I mean? Is things taking effect over there? I remember you was telling me off there, you know what I'm saying, that you kept the little man out of school too, right? I did the same thing with my children all week before they actually officially announced it today. You know what I mean?
It took me to today to make the decision. I kept mulling it over. I'm like, okay. I'm like, we're not seeing many cases in young children. I'm like, hey, is this school maybe there's a basic place, you know, because they're already around everything, you know, so the little receptors are able to kind of think things off a little bit differently. I mean, so I kept mulling it over, doing research, and then finally I just put all the research down. And to be honest, the things that it was actually the influence of the sports world that made me decide. Like, when I saw the NBA suspended season,
right?
They make millions and billions of dollars. Staples Center brings in $10 million just in one night in ticket sales.
And I know you're a Laker fan. You guys are on fire right now. I'm a Warriors fan. You know, we are a dumpster fire. And so I know it's like that. A little part of you is like, man, fuck, because you know what I'm saying. Like, you guys are. It's the playoff push time of the NBA. You know what I mean? Like,
LeBron was on fire. Like he was just doing things that at 35 normal people shouldn't be able to do. And,
right? He's in the MVP conversation 100% right now.
Yep. I mean, and now, you know, we don't, you know, like, we just don't. There's no season now. Like, what are we gonna do?
I know. I'm curious. Like, are they going to continue the standings where it's at? Are they going to just pick up where they left off? So, like, then the finals might go up into like September, maybe. You know, granted, if it comes back, like, if they, like, what's the protocol? Is what I'm asking right now. Like, that's probably what they're trying to figure out. You know what I mean? Like,
so to my knowledge, and you know, me being close, like, you know, you see my content, and we try to get as close to a story as absolutely freaking possible. And to my knowledge, it's looking like we could have playoffs like all the way up until like August. You know?
Oh shit!
So your projection of maybe September is not that far off. Like, we could be having fall basketball. There you go.
Man, and that's crazy too, because networks are gonna have to deal with like the scheduling and like things conflicting with football when it come around, and like also baseball would be in effect. Like, it's nuts, man. I mean, like, it's a billionaire problem, but it's all, you know, it's a billionaire owner's problem, but we're all affected because, I mean, as Americans, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, football, basketball, baseball, like, this, you know, this is our shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is kind of what it's kind of America's heartbeat. You know what I mean? Is sports and entertainment. You know what I mean?
Twitter right now is such a crazy place because literally everyone is just trying to everyone's lost. Like, even fantasy analysts right now are kind of like, we're feeling the small ripples of how it's already affecting the NFL. When teams are closing their facilities, like when my Washington Redskins came down, they were like, yeah, we're restricting travel. And I knew that was going to happen because our team, you know, I mean, we play in Silver Spring, Maryland. Our practice facilities in Ashburn, Virginia. You have to cross through additional capital to make it to either of those facilities. Yeah, you know, I knew that they were going to shut down.
Damn.
There's just no way.
Yeah, for real though.
Because we're in the heartbeat of national security right there. I knew it was going to happen. As soon as we made the decision, I was like, watch. As the rest of those East Coast teams are about to start popping off.
Do you buy into...
I'm surprised that we haven't...
Go ahead.
What's that?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm surprised that we haven't heard anything from the New York Giants. Like the Philadelphia Eagles, we've heard things from the Philadelphia Eagles. New York, with over 200 cases, the Giants have yet to release their statement, to my knowledge.
Well, you know what's funny to me is because, you know, you could thank dumbass Gettleman over there. Like, he's like, you know, that GM does not know how to run that organization. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not surprising. It doesn't surprise me when, you know, one of the largest markets in the world is late to comment on this shit. You know what I mean?
Yes. The fact that I have not heard anything from any New York teams.
Yeah, not even the Jets, not even the Nets, or obviously the basketball teams they're following suit because of it's already been canceled. You know what I mean? But dang,
but the other teams up there where they have some of the highest numbers are being completely radio silent. Actually, the LA Wildcats, you guys' XFL team, was one of the first teams out in LA to be like, yeah, we're going to cancel. But before Vince McMahon even saying this, they're like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, and you know,
Vince is LA, bro. We don't play that.
No, we don't. They ain't fucking around. LA is like the second largest market, so that's not only good PR, but it's also just the right thing to do right now. You know what I mean? Like, don't fuck around. This shit, you know, like, and it's unfortunate that we all got a good laugh out of him, and he's forever gonna be a meme. But Rudy, what's the old boy's name? Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz.
Fucking dumbass. I mean, like, I first laughed like shit of the irony of it all, right? But then it's like, damn, you know what an immature bastard, because other motherfuckers already got infected because of him. You know what I mean? It's like, so you know,
and here's what I'm trying to.
Right.
Well, here's one of the things I've been trying to use my platform to explain to people is that, you know, one thing that I'll always use the Rumboyz Fantasy Network to do is to make sure that I am on the right side of history. It's my job, my responsibility as a broadcaster. Oh, yeah. You know, as someone, like I said, that has that microphone in their face 24/7. This is what I literally do for a living. You know, but with that being said, I've been trying to, you know, educate people. This is nature that has evolved it. So let's stop all the conspiracy theories and stuff right now.
Yeah.
This is something that has been around for ages. It has grown stronger and became other things, and now it's back to being a coronavirus. Yep. Except now it's coming back nastier and stronger. Nature's pissed off. Rudy Gobert.
It's having a bounce back season. It's having a bounce back season. I mean, you know, the bad joke. Yeah. Fucking goddamn.
Pretty much. It's on its comeback season. You know, Rudy Gobert, you wanted to joke and publicly do it in front of its face. What do you think Mother Nature's going to do? She's going to lash back.
Oh, hey, and you know what, too? It's like, if the coronavirus was able to talk, right? The coronavirus would thank him, because it's like, haha, world, I have arrived into your precious sports, and this is real. And for all, you know, Dr. Drew ranting about it's not that serious, yo, like, you could eat a dick, you know what I mean? Like, this shit is like, it's terrifying to a degree. And you know what?
Bro, you see Dr. Drew hasn't said a damn thing since it started getting real serious.
I mean, I hate to laugh at anything right now, but you know what I mean? It's like,
we have to. Our humor is literally the only thing that we have left.
You're right.
Like, right now, if you have a social media account of any kind, it's the greatest time to be alive, because you're already stuck inside. You can only watch so much of everything that's on Netflix. Right. You know, there's no point in even having ESPN on, because all they're doing is talking about it. This is the time where guys, check out your favorite podcast. Go find a good audio book. You know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and get your unofficial sponsor. Audible.com is great. You know what I mean? Go fuck with a. You know, expand your mind. This could be a time that while everyone's posted down, you know what I mean? It could be a nice time for self-reevaluation too. You know what I'm saying? Go get you some psilocybin mushrooms. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
I was just about to say that. This is the perfect time to trip.
Right? Because it's like you want. I mean, you never know. A psychedelic trip, you might get hit with the answer to what we need. You know, maybe some of the greatest minds right now, that's what they need. They need to travel through dimensions and come back with the answer to this goddamn corona pandemic. You know what I mean? And I think that's the first time I ever even said that word out loud. Pandemic. That's how real it is.
Dude, I'm like, yo, this is not in my day-to-day vocabulary.
No.
I'm not fighting myself.
I don't even know how to say it. I don't even know how to spell it. You know what I mean? I'm like,
no.
I had to goddamn voice command that shit.
Hell yeah, bro. Guys, Playmaker Nation, all the Rumboyz that are going to be listening to this later, because I know that I'm going to bring my community over to you guys and have them check you out.
Man, appreciate
Guys,
it.
Wash your hands. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Limit the spread. It's the best thing that we can do. I get that you may not, that the numbers are low and that you may not die from it. I understand that 100%, okay?
Yep.
But the point is to limit the spread early so that we all don't catch it at the same time.
Right? And like with the way this is spreading, what we're like three months in, essentially, right? Because it started like in December. It didn't get national attention or global attention. So maybe about like around after Chinese New Year, and that's kind of what fucked it up too. Because if you want to talk conspiracy or anything, the one thing that the president of China fucked up on was trying to hide it because their economy was feeling a type of way. So they were like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and keep this on the low. And that doctor was already warning everybody, this is some shit. This is worse than SARS and MERS. And then people went business as usual with Chinese New Year. And Chinese motherfuckers is deep on the global scale. So they're going to and fro from China or to America or to Europe, to go visit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about like Chinatown. Chinatown is one thing, 100%. There's a Chinatown in every goddamn city. So it's like you got these people. I'm not trying to like by any like I'm Filipino, so what I'm saying, I fall under the Asian monarchy, right? So I'm not trying to single out Asians or Chinese by any means, what I'm saying, but I'm just saying like I'm calling a spade a spade. This is where it derives from, you know what I mean? And like in our day and age, we're not sitting in one spot. We're traveling the world, and like this motherfucker coronavirus flying first class. You know what I'm saying? They just. You know what I mean? They're flying business. They're flying coach. It's not prejudice. You know what I mean? It's incredible in the worst way. You know what I mean? Like, and to go back to like, remember when we were talking about the?
It's honestly fascinating. It's honestly fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's. I mean, especially for scientists right now, like if you've been a scientist and you're chilling, what I'm saying, this is that challenge that you've been waiting for. Granted, I mean, I hate to put it like that, but you know what I mean? Like the greatest minds in the world need to come together, and it's kind of like one of those sci-fi movies where the aliens come and take over, and then like everybody puts their prejudice aside and they work together as humankind, as mankind, you know what I mean? As the Homo sapiens. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's one of those moments right now. Like, we all got to come together, from isolation, granted. You know what I mean? We all got to, you know what I mean? We all got to, and going back to what you said, too, about while everybody's, chilling, posted down, go ahead and check out people's content, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because this is the time where, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that, you might have been taken for granted. You know what I mean? Like, or even like you said with social media, like people don't know that they're content creators themselves, even though they're just posting pictures of their life or whatnot. For their followers, it's like a show. It's like, you know what I mean. And like right now, it's the
perfect time to indulge, get to know each other. Like during the time, like I will do as many features as people want me. You want me to come on your show? Sure.
Right.
You know why? Because there's nothing else right now to really do to decide to get to know each other, and this is a time where for us, I feel like to make the best of it.
Hey, I couldn't have said it best. Couldn't have said it best. Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so what's funny is shout out to my co-host the Guru, right? So me and the Goo, we always jokingly said, man, we got one mutual homie. He's a Jamaican, right? And like I was like, we need an official Jamaican, and you are it, Robbie. You came through. You are the Jamaican representative, official playmaker. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to thank you again for gracing the podcast. So now back to remember this week we were messaging each other back and forth, and we were kind of mowing over what to go over, and so I wanted to talk about some mid-round values in fantasy. But it's funny because this morning I woke up and I had a long night in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I may or may have not have overindulged I was on I was microdosing. You know what I'm saying? And I woke up this morning like, oh shit. You know what I mean? This everything's hit. Everything's the world is shutting down around me. And then I started to think, damn, are we even going to be able to talk about football? Like, is this in jeopardy? Like, but I'm like, you know what? The playmakers need us. We do have faith that the greatest minds in the world will figure this all out. So let's go ahead and still talk about some of these mid-round values in the 2020 redraft.
Hell yeah, that. Definitely a lot of guys out there that you can go and get, and a lot of different ways that we can approach this. And where would you like to start?
You know what? I mean, obviously, some things might change, obviously, after the draft, right? But, I mean, let's start off with some receivers. You know what I mean? Like, I'll shoot one off. I might sound like a homer, but I really like Deebo Samuel in those middle rounds. You know what I mean? And maybe
that's the homie.
Yeah, and you know what? He might not be middle rounds out here my way because we are in the Bay Area, and there's a ton of Niner fans in all the leagues I'm in. So of course, he might go off a little earlier, but like I'm sure ADP will have him. Maybe early fifth. Maybe early fifth round, back of the fifth round. That's kind of where I'm projecting him. And I definitely like him a lot.
I definitely think that he's a fifth round value. End of the fourth, the fifth round value for sure. Deebo, shout out to Deebo Samuel.
Yep. Yeah, I seen you guys had him on there, right? You guys actually interviewed him. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's my guy. We interviewed him and he partied really, really fucking hard.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Deebo.
Yeah, shout out to Deebo. I will be drafting Deebo just because of that pure simple fact.
Nice.
Yeah, bro. I can't. Oh, dude, I wanted to shout out that Como on Hollywood Boulevard so bad right now, and I cannot remember it. Oh God. The Playhouse. Hey, shout out to Playhouse.
Yep.
Billy to the Playhouse.
Big up.
That's a good one. I want to shout out to the man Portland Sutton. We already faced him last year. The number.
It's funny.
In Colorado.
What's dope is he's actually the second receiver on my list. He probably would have been first, but I was like, I gotta put my man Deebo right there first. You know what I'm saying? Love him.
Oh yeah.
Love Portland Sutton.
You gotta go and get you some Portland Sutton.
I'm actually a Drew Lock truther too. I think he's gonna surprise some people. You know what I mean? He's actually a nice little. I actually like him a lot in Superflex this upcoming season. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You're the two QB league. That is your QB too. I definitely second that notion. Also with Drew Lock, he just personified that team. I mean, he's got some moxie to him. He loves overcoming that.
He got that moxie.
In the organization,
he's a legit receiver.
Actually, behind him,
he's a real legit receiver. Like, I mean, you could look at numbers all you want, but the good old eye test is where it's at. And I seen him do it with a plethora of quarterbacks. You know what I mean? It wasn't just what I mean. So it's like I really like that call. You know what I mean? What about
Clinton's going to beat this year? He's a must, especially for those of you guys out there that enjoy going running back heavy.
Oh yeah.
If you're a running back heavy guy, that's the receiver that you're going to be trying to look get on the back end, because more likely you're going to go first round running back, second round running back, third round you'll probably go receiver. You can either go receiver, you can go receiver, running back, and then maybe you can go get you another receiver later on. I don't know, maybe like a DK Metcalf,
even Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's going to be still in that mid round, I think, because people were so disgruntled with him. You know what I mean?
I cannot preach enough about the Kupp Godwin theory.
Oh yeah.
Both those guys last year, double-digit touchdowns. I believe the only two to be in that category.
You want to hear my Chris Godwin take?
What's up?
So Chris Godwin, he could do nothing, and I would still love him. Why? Because he has God and win in his name. Shout out to Chris Godwin, the GOAT.
Yo,
Hey, and
Chris
that's the type
Godwin.
of riveting analysis you get right here on the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I love Chris Godwin because he has God and win in his name. Goddammit.
Hey, everyone has a thing. This is fantasy football. At the end of the day, there are things that we know, and then there are just legitimate things that we just don't know. You got to find and rely on certain things like that, certain things like that, to help you out. But no, absolutely, Chris Godwin is going to go off this year. I think that him and Jameis have a little bit of a connection there.
Mm-hmm. And historically, Bruce
I
Arians.
think he's going to be better.
Like Bruce Arians,
exactly.
historically, that slot guy's going to eat. You know what I mean? Like, whoever's in that slot is going to eat. We've seen him do it with Larry Fitzgerald. We've seen him do it with Emmanuel Sanders. We've seen him do it with, Chris Godwin.
Adam Humphries. Oh, wait, no. Humphries is already gone, never mind.
Yep.
Humphries is already gone, never mind. I take that back. But no, I mean, I think if you have to come down to picking one of the two out of that offense in particular, between Mike Evans or Godwin, you go Godwin. You'll get him in the third round. I know we're talking mid-round value. But you could go ahead and then on the back end maybe a little bit later go and get Cooper Kupp. I know a lot of people are sleeping on Kupp right now, and that is a-okay with you.
You know what's crazy is... Go ahead.
Another guy that I was just going to throw out was with my homie, A.J. Brown.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what I like to call him? I call him bigger, badder, bigger, badder, faster, Anquan Bolden. That's what I call him. Doesn't he remind you of A.J. Brown? He reminds me of like a bigger, faster, more badass Anquan Bolden.
So, to be honest, this man walked into an interview room, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he's got the high top fade. Yeah, he's got the high top.
Nice.
He's got the high top going on,
Like Kid from Kid and Play?
Like New Jack City.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fresh. I like that.
Bro, I thought that I was in the scene for fucking New Jack City right then and there. I was like, is this fucking 19? Like, he's younger than me, you know? Me or my, I'm about to be 29 this year.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, we're the same height. And I'm sitting there looking at it. I was like, I didn't know that the young cat was doing this, man.
Yeah,
I didn't know the young cat was just doing things.
I like that.
I see this man walk in with a high top, and I'm kind of sitting there having flashbacks. I'm like, yo, is he going to Robbie for my watch right now? Like, what's that? But luckily his ice was way bigger than all my ice. Like, he literally sits down. He sits down, we shake hands, like, yo, that's a really nice spot you got on. I got a below, on a little bust down.
Nice.
And I'm like, yeah, I appreciate it. Like, but just the way he was sizing me up. Debo did the same thing. I was like, hey, come on, bro.
Right? We out here shining. We out here dipped in water. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
Like Phelps.
Them cats were hilarious, bro. They were hilarious. They're like, don't worry. Wait until my next contract. And I was like, this is the pinnacle of my jewelry. What are you talking about? I have AP. These guys were already coming into the interview room, bro. I tell you, Bogard, dripped down already. Like when Dwayne Haskins sat down and set his Gucci bag next to me, I was like,
damn.
You ain't gonna laugh at the Redskins, dog.
Hey,
you already spending money,
man. Hey, how do you feel about that whole situation right now, Haskins? Like, since you are a Redskins fan, you know what I mean? Like, are you on this Tua hype, or would you just, because I mean Chase Young is a motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. Can I take a shot before answering this one?
Oh man, you know what? I'm with you. Let me pull up.
You're bringing on the hard hitting question.
Hey, you know what I mean? That's the type. Hey, you know what? I had to ask. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, his Haskins. First of all, that's another one. Before you answer that question, I forgot one of my mid-round guys I fucking love is my man, the Scottish lad, the laddie, Terry McLaurin. I love him next year.
Oh,
fucking love that kid.
Yes, you gotta get you some McLaurin this year because he's gonna be force fed, and he's a receiver with hands. he catches
phenomenal route runner.
Warren,
Phenomenal
when I
route
watch
runner.
McLaurin, it reminds me so much of myself. Like I'm like I even like when we were out there at Santa Monica and shit, we all chilling and shit. I even told him, I was like, bro, like you and Andy Isabella like remind me so much of myself. Like the smaller body guys and the way that they catch, they catch the way that
he catches with his hands
with
too.
His eyes.
He catches with his hands.
Eyes.
Oh yeah, there you go. You did me way better.
Yeah, he catches with his eyes, and I absolutely love that. AJ Brown catches with his hands.
Yeah,
but that works for him. But McLaurin, guys are in Dynasty. Look out for Andy Isabella. By him late. You can get Andy Isabella late. In Dynasty redraft, you don't need to worry about the name of Andy Isabella. But shout out to you, Andy, because you showed me that love. But I want to shout out those guys, smaller body guys, small receivers. Also, Meek Cole in that category as well. Those are guys that you could probably buy late. Hell, I'd even probably willing to burn my very last pick on Andy in the redraft.
Yeah, do you Mr. Irrelevant pick? I love it.
Yeah, my Mr. Irrelevant, and maybe he pops off. Maybe I just drop him and I get put off the waiver wire. But I think that, with Larry being at the tail end of the season, he's going to work as a guy for those young guys. We'll see him. We'll see Harden step up. A lot of the guys that we were high on last year, we'll see them step up. Paris Campbell, hopefully you step up unless T. Higgins, you go to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Then there's no need to even worry. Like if T. Higgins, I want a hot take on your show really quick.
Yeah, bust it.
If T. Higgins, and I'll answer Dwayne Haskins' question.
Okay.
If T. Higgins goes to Indianapolis, T.Y. Hilton owners, T.Y. Hilton truthers, you maybe need to regress on T.Y.
Yeah.
Paris Campbell truthers, you're not picking him up, period. There's no point in even thinking about Paris.
If
Higgins is going to elevate that team, he will be wide receiver 2, spreading in that wide receiver 1 territory.
Hold on, Robbie. Let me write this down. You know what I'm saying? I might need to. You know what I'm saying? It's such a great hot take. I might need to write this down when this. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in a draft and I get to that, he might be my Mr. Irrelevant pick, or the double digit darling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's gonna. I mean, it's all going to depend. If T. Higgins goes to Indianapolis, mark this take today, guys. If T. Higgins goes to Indianapolis, you need to pull back the reins on T.Y. Forget about using your last picks at the end for Paris Campbell. That's not happening.
No.
T. Higgins is going to be the man in Indianapolis.
Woo! You heard it first from Robbie, the head of the body. Robbie, the head of the body. I like it. It has a nice ring to it. Robbie, the head of the body, the founder of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. You heard it. He's gonna be a WR2. So hit me off, Haskins. What you talk? Because he was one of those guys too that was kind of. He's interesting to me as like a third option in super flex leagues. Him and like Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So what's this hat? What do you think? Ron, you think Ron Rivera is gonna come in and kind of reshape it into his likeness, or you think he's gonna try to work with what's already there? Because that's kind of how Jay Gruden had it. Jay Gruden kind of didn't really get to mold it how he wanted. You know what I mean? He kind of came in there and picked up after the Shanahan regime. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, and with Riverboat Ron, he's such a unique personality in the aspect that he can do one of the others. He can do both. If he has to, at least for this year, work with what he has offensively, and that's A-okay. I don't like that we're being media all the smoke screen in regard to Dwayne. The rumors of him not being able to be the play for us, and he may even have this, that, and the third. The kids in the gym working with us, even he's doing what he's got to do. You gotta pretty much with the rookie quarterback like that, let him know that the reins are his, the reins aren't necessarily his. I don't feel that we need to utilize the draft to quarterback competition between him and Tua. I just don't think that that's the case with the other QB. I've never been a fan by strategy. If I'm Washington, I'm looking at Chase Young, pick 2. I think everything that we're doing is a smoke screen. You look at our history before, we've always pulled a smoke screen move. Last year we did it where, we pretty much forced New York to go and get Daniel Jones early.
How crazy will your line be? You would have what? Foster, Chase Young. Do you guys still have who was that? Merriweather?
We have it'd be Young, Deron Payne.
Deron Payne, there you go. That was his name.
Yeah, Deron Payne. Who did you just mention with just a statement?
Yeah, that would
so
be.
It
would be a vicious line. It would be a vicious line for sure. You know what I mean? He's a game. I mean, I don't want to jump the gun and say he's a generational talent, but he's being touted like one. And Ron Rivera is. I mean, he hails from the '85 Bears. He knows the importance of pass rush. You know what I mean? And just, I mean, that'll help. I mean, I could see you guys being a defensive minded team with a strong run game. I mean, that's the Riverboat Ron formula. You know what I mean? And
that's what I think that we're going to do. I think that's what we should do.
Well, okay. How about this? What about your running back situation? If you guys didn't draft any running back or pick up anyone in free agency, what's your temperature on Peterson or Geis?
If we could keep guys healthy, that's an excellent 1-2 punch.
Right.
That's the perfect 1-2 punch. We also do have the homie Bryce Love back there. And he's going to be healthy. So I like that. We're going to be letting go of Chris Thompson. We should.
Yeah.
Realistically, we really should. I've never been a fan of Florida Gators. That's just me.
He was one of those guys too. It's kind of like fool's gold. Chris Thompson, because you'll have him, you know what I'm saying, and he'll go off for a couple games and then he'll get hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely fool's gold. But guys, if guys can remain healthy, I don't encourage you to draft by any means. But I do encourage people to, if he's healthy, take what's off the waivers and just hope that you're in a waiver position that when all the things, realize, like, he's healthy, he's now safe, but you can go in and go for him. But I do stay avoid drafting him. I don't have a whole lot of faith in Geis at this point, which is crazy for me to say because I'm such a huge Darius Geis fan. I hit him up with a bunch of spots out there out in Ashburn when he first got there, and recommended him where to go and where to eat, shit like that out in VA. But I'm out on Geis.
You know what? You guys had recently released Jordan Reed. Would you, as a Redskins fan, would you like someone like Austin Hooper, like in free agency?
I would love Austin Hooper. I would love Austin Hooper in free agency. More so, I would love in free agency. I mean, either Stephon Diggs or Amari Cooper. But I mean, yeah, Austin Hooper, it seems like he has shown some interest in us. And coming to DC, I think it could work out. It could be a great security blanket for Haskins.
Who's your coordinator? Is it Turner? Is it
Scott
Turner?
Now.
Yeah, there definitely will be there is definitely a target market share for the tight end position then. You know what I mean? Because we just seen. I mean, obviously he probably he models after Daddy Turner, Norv Turner's system, and we've seen we've seen whether it was a Vernon Davis with the Niners or it was Greg Olsen with Carolina. That position is utilized. You know what I mean? So if Austin Hooper goes there, I mean, no matter what, Austin Hooper is going to be one of the top 5 tight ends taken off the board for sure in redraft, whether he stays in Atlanta or not.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have some strong feelings about tight ends this year on the fantasy, and as I always do, and I usually hit on that position.
Yeah, because that position,
championship.
I was about to say that is the one position where like I don't mind, I don't mind, putting in the extra research. Like for example, going back to our mid rounds, or even later than mid rounds, I'm looking a lot at Noah Fant this upcoming season.
Yes,
Because
Noah
you got
Fant's gonna be a good one.
You got Shermer over there now, and we've seen Shermer with Kyle Rudolph. We've seen him with Evan Ingram. We know this system is another one that utilizes tight end position. And Noah Fant is, we've already seen flashes. You know what I mean? And I'm glad he didn't flash too much, so we can get him at this value in 2020. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going to be one. Look out for Caden Smith out of New York.
Yeah, because I don't really buy into the Evan Ingram thing. Jalen Smith is legit.
And Ellison retired.
Yo, he did? Oh, I missed that. Look at that. You're breaking news to me. I love it. Wow, Jalen's.
Ellison retired.
Let me write this down. Jalen Smith.
Oh yeah, and Ingram is probably going to be traded. He's probably going to be traded. So it will be Caden Smith back there at the tight end position unless they draft someone.
It's funny too because I was a Jalen Smith truther, but it's not like he was going to surpass George Kittle because and that's the same thing with Austin Hooper or even Jordan Reed. The Shanahans, they know how to scout these tight ends. You know what I mean? And like Jalen Smith was a guy coming out of Stanford, another place that produces tight ends historically. So you know what I mean? He's always been on the radar. You know what I mean? And I love that call. You might fuck around and be able to get him in 12th, 13th round for sure. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he's going to be a buy low. I mean, the guy at tight end that I'm going for this year, I'm probably going to repeat and go Mark Andrews again.
Oh yeah, I'm a Mark Andrews truther. Because that's another one. The Greg Roman system. I mean, historically, whether it's going back to Vernon Davis with the Niners, or even Delaney Walker, or even when Greg Roman was in Buffalo, we what was it? We've seen Charles Clay have flashes. We've seen Nick O'Leary, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I mean, that's another great call, man. I mean, because Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews will still be a 5th or 6th round guy. I mean, unless you're living in Maryland or some shit where like your league got a bunch of Ravens fans. You know what I mean? I can still see him. Maybe 4th round. Maybe 5th and 6th is too bullish. Definitely he'd be a 4th round pick.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a 5th or 6th. But you just gotta make sure that if that's gonna be your guy, you need to go and get him.
Oh yeah.
So if ADP is telling you 5th or 6th, if you're in a league like so one of my home leagues here, we've been competing against each other for now going on 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And around fantasy season is the only time they watch my fucking shows.
Oh yeah, and that's gotta be a bitch. That's a bitch.
Yeah, so they already know what I'm thinking heading in. If you were in a league like that where you guys have been growing up with each other, you guys know each other. If you're in those tight-knit group home leagues, this is purely home league advice. You're just playing with just a bunch of randos. You don't know what the fuck is coming. But if you're amongst a different breed, then what I like to call it is then you need to go and maybe if you see Andrews projected 603, you need to go and try and get him in the 5th round. Like if you got like the 5th pick, you need to try to drive him at your 5-10.
You gotta get ahead of the curve, essentially.
Yeah. He's just gonna be one of those guys this year because as soon as the Holy Trinity goes off the board, Kittle, Ertz, and Kelsey, once the Holy Trinity is off the board for tight end, you're gonna start seeing people reach. Because people know that they need to have a good tight end, a stable tight end, in order to make it. That's one of the positions I see the most where people are like, yeah, so my tight end got injured. I need to figure this out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because think about it. The one the one reoccurring common denominator for championship winning teams is having a tight end that broke out if he didn't have one of those big three. You know what I mean? And even
Mark Andrews and Ryan Tannehill are my fucking guys from 2019. Those are my guys.
They're forever in the fraternity.
Yeah, dude, they're fantasy football Hall of Fame for 2019.
I love
like
it.
Mark Andrews, no one saw Mark Andrews doing what I told people last year.
Oh yeah, me too.
I told people, and everyone was like, "You're bugging. Lamar Jackson runs too much. Oh, okay.
And
fast forward a couple of weeks. Week 5, week 6. Mariota's going to get benched, guys. Mariota's going to get benched. Here comes Ryan Tannehill. Look at Ryan Tannehill's numbers in Miami. Look at how he managed Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Tannehill's always had shit to do with the Miami, and look at his stats.
And while we're on the subject of Ryan Tannehill and tight ends, dude, Jonnu Smith is another one that's like, you know what I mean? Playmakers duly note that. Jonnu Smith's another one of those guys for sure in the double-digit rounds. And you know what I mean? Like, he might even be your second tight end, kind of how Mark Andrews was my second. Because I'm one of those guys, like, if I got a tight end that I'm not too hot about, I'm gonna get one of those guys I'm projecting, to do big things.
Yeah.
Like I had a ton of Hunter Henry and Evan Ingram if I didn't have the big three last season, and then I ended up with Mark Andrews and Darren Waller, as my second guy, and then ended up moving a Hunter Henry or a Evan Ingram, because I could rock with those guys, and like what's his name? Jalen Smith, Noah Fant,
Caden Smith.
Caden Smith. Yeah, my bad. It won't happen again. You know what I'm saying? Caden Smith. You know what I'm saying? Noah Fant. You know what I'm saying? Who was old boy? We were just talking about Jonnu Smith. Those are
Smith. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Jonnu Smith is, man, like just double-digit rounds for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these are guys that like I said, the tight end position is going to be where you win this year. Another thing that I do want to address on your show is the QB early series.
Mm-hmm.
Those of you that are trying to rush out there and go and get Lamar or Mahomes, I need you guys to look at a third option in case that does not work out in your favor.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't like QB early.
Yeah, me neither.
Right. I do want to educate people on Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah.
If you're gonna go and try to get a QB, middle, like kind of like middle top of your draft, I guess you could say.
Yeah, 4th, 5th
then
round.
make you see Kyler Murray.
Yeah, because Kyler Murray, he's the high. They're already dubbing him. People in the fantasy industry, they're already dubbing him as like the next Mahomes of 18 or Jackson of 19. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be Murray in 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I just want to make sure I push people in that direction.
Love that
QB
call.
strategy this year it's not a bad call, but play it. If you're like me and you play in a lot of leagues, I play in a lot of freaking leagues. I just want to let Pat Mayo know, bro, I'm taking you down this year. You're done in the battle with him. I got that.
Hey, you play with? You're in that league with Pat Mayo?
Yep. Yeah, I'm in it with Mayo. Monkey Night Fight, Fantasy Football Rapper. All y'all cats. I'm letting y'all know. The Rumboyz Fantasy Network is here.
You heard that right here on the Real Fantasy Playmakers. Pat Mayo, you're going down. Fantasy Rapper, you going down. You know what I'm saying? Monkey Knife Fight. We bringing guns to the knife fight, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, I love Pat Mayo. I love Pat Mayo. Shout out to Pat Mayo.
Too. Bro, I love all of my fantasy football colleagues, but if we're in a league together where we're all competing,
oh yeah, we're not. There's no
it
friends.
It is what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There might be some alliances.
Manager fantasy football's in that league. They're going down too. My own. They're underneath the Rumboyz label. But they gotta go down. They gotta get their ass attended to it. That's what it is.
Yeah, they know what time
it is. This is the time where we all put on our daddy draws. with all this Corona stuff and everything, just a private fantasy football analyst, put on your big boy drawers. Let's meet in the arena. Anyone that wants to send me league invite, I'm down. Let's get it popping.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for your losses.
Yeah. You heard it. This ain't even a warning shot. This is a promise. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Bro, I'm pumped up for this season. All that this whole pandemic has done is just get me more hyped up for fantasy. It's like, so I just get to binge on this shit now.
Right? Hey, how many, under, over, how many percentage of teams is going to have something to do with Corona in their name? You know what I'm saying? I'd say about 50. You know what I'm saying?
If we're setting a line at, are we setting a line at 50?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm definitely taking the over because I'm going to have at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
Like, one of them will be the coronavirus killers.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? See, there it is. I just thought of something. Right here, that's our new venture. The GMM Network and the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, we're gonna get together, come out with our own hazmat line for athletes. You know what I'm saying? Football, hazmat suits, full on, you know what I mean? Corona proof.
Bro, did you see backup tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, Jody Forson's Instagram post?
Nuh-uh. What's he talking about?
Bro, this man Jody is a cold motherfucker, bro. This man said, I'm going to be out there on the field at OTAs like this with a fucking hazmat suit on.
You feel me?
Football.
You feel me?
Bro.
Hey, he's smart.
I know, bro. Hey, I'm gonna be out at. Yeah, there's no chance I'm missing OTAs this year. Like I'm gonna be out there. The only thing I'm probably gonna have to tuck in my press pads. I'm gonna tuck in my pads, tuck it in the hazmat suit, bro.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's what I'm saying though. We're gonna have some fly shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go get on the horn. I'm gonna call Supreme. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling Gucci. I'm calling them all. You know what I'm saying? We got the new hazmat suit line. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have that fly shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, I've really been thinking about putting. I was like, yo, I should put it. You see my logo? I should put like a giant R on a fucking surgical mask and sell them just. Like,
right.
I do I want to do this? I can't do this.
As long as it's not made in China. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Dude, shit's crazy right now, son.
It really is, bro.
Crazy.
Like, I mean, for the sake of sports entertainment, you know what I mean? And for the sake of humanity, more importantly, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Even like all the way down to like little things like we're obviously, you know, we obviously indulge. We obviously are marijuana advocates. And it's like, even that's like, dang, it's like a fellowship. Every time I see my partners, we burning up. And it's like, now everybody got their own joint or their own backwood. Or, you know what I mean? Like, look, I can't really share with y'all right now.
Everybody, no, that's the rule with me. Like, if I do decide to chill with people during this time period, I'm straight up be like, yo, you bring your own wood, right? You bring your own swisher, right? Like, you got your own Dutchess. Like, I roll Dutchess.
So you can hit this after me then. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to hit this joint after me. Oh, man.
Yeah, when I'm done, you can have it, you know?
Right.
But yeah. I'm a Dutchess guy, yo. Shout out to the Dutch Smack who's always holding us down in the hood out there in Southeast. When I came to Colorado, and they were like, yo, what are you rolling up? I'm like, yo, this is a Dutch. Like, it's
right?
a Dutch.
It's a Dutchie.
They use switches out here. They use switches. It's so weird to me. And they call them sticks.
Yeah.
They don't call it, like, where I'm from, we call them velos.
Yep,
like,
cigarillas.
They're like, no. Yeah, they're like, no, we call them sticks. I'm like, when I first heard that when I moved out here, like 5-6 years ago, I was so confused. But
okay, I always got to ask at least one dumb question, right? And but you know, this is actually something I'm actually curious about. So I know you can answer this to me because you've actually been lived in other places. When you're in that elevation, do you get higher? Like, does that matter? Like, you know what I mean?
No. It definitely does. Like, I haven't. Well, I guess I did. Yeah, I went to sea level last year when I was in LA. And I felt like I got dumb hired down in LA. You know, I was like, yo, this Cali, like, you know, I don't know if it was Cali bud or if I was below sea level, but I know when I drank below sea level, like, all right, so when I come out there to Cali, like, this is no disrespect, LA, y'all know that y'all my second home, y'all know that Robbie loves you, you know the Rumboyz love you. DC, y'all know that y'all my first home. Y'all are definitely below fucking sea level.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will be honest. If I were to come out and go and visit the GMM network and we were to get lit how the Rumboyz get lit, y'all wouldn't be able to hang. Like, y'all be done. Like, y'all be like, bro, it's only
challenge accepted. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's the thing is with like this elevation. Like, when I play football out here, and then I go, you know, down to sea level, like, running on the beach is nothing for me. You know, I'll run a whole route.
That is true. That is
out there
true.
in Cali or in DC, like, it's nothing to me, you know?
Yeah, because you guys, your lungs are dang, so you know what? So you, now, even with that said, you must, damn, so you smoke like a champ, because your lungs are even conditioned different, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude. Like up here it's nothing, bro. Like up here it's nothing. Like I can, you know, I smoked like 2 bowls this episode, like 2, 3. You know, like when I go down to Cali, like my wife, she was impressed. She was like, you know, she's like, are you really smoking like a whole can of Garden yourself? I'm like, yeah, because it's taking that long to hit.
Damn, that's crazy. So in theory, you know what I'm saying, the type of high you're used to getting could be contributed to not only the potency of the weed, but also the whatchamacallit, the elevation.
Oh yeah, like the weed here is fire, but the elevation makes it, you know, a little bit different. You know, like when I go down there, like I said, when I go down there to LA, like I'll get a whole pack of joints and I'll just smoke.
Yeah,
and I'm good. You know.
That's crazy. I always wondered that because, you know, I've actually been to Warm Springs, Colorado, but I was like a wee tyke. You know what I mean? I wasn't indulgent yet. I was probably like 10 years old. I just remember it being like, what is it called? Like snowy as fuck. You know what I mean? But that's my only experience in the state of Colorado. You know what I mean? I definitely want to venture off there. You know what I'm saying? I want to check out Boulder. I want to check out Denver. You know what I mean? Like, because people that I know that have moved out there, they say it reminds them of San Jose. Because that's where I'm from. I'm from San Jose, California. You know what I'm saying? South Bay area. You know what I mean? And we're hella diverse out here. You know what I mean? A lot of Asians, a lot of Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Indians. You know, we got a bunch of Samoans and shit. You know what I mean? Like where I grew up is like it's extremely like multicultural. Like for real, the white people is the minority where I'm from in San Jose. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. See. That's what I miss about living in Cali. That's what I miss about living in DC. I moved here, bro. Like right now, while I'm on the phone with you, it's legitimately snowing outside.
Oh shit!
It was just 63 degrees outside yesterday. Kids was outside playing, riding bikes. There's a bike in the front yard for my neighbors. Like kids was outside riding on bikes, like you know, and having a good time. They was playing baseball across the street.
That's dope.
And now. Snowing.
And now, and everyone's gonna be. That's gonna be sad. You're gonna see swings swinging in the wind with no kids on them now because everyone's gonna be locked down for the goddamn corona. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's crazy. Like we're in the dark ages.
Yeah, right. That's how we started off the show. And like, hopefully for all y'all that hear this. You know what I mean? And we bring some kind of light to your day because I know if you turn on your device, majority of the shit you're going to see is going to be some fuck shit talking about this corona. You know what I mean? And, you know, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I mean? Like, this is the time, you know what I mean? You know, love your loved ones even more. You know what I mean? Like, you got to love your loved ones, keep them all close and keep them as safe as possible. The shit is real.
Put it like this. I used to be in the Air Force, right? And when I was in the Air Force, I fought.
Mm-hmm.
If coronavirus was a fucking person, I'd beat its ass right now. On everything, I would beat coronavirus's ass.
Right?
There ain't nothing that we can do, y'all. We can come at it with fists and cuffs. So this is where we at.
Yeah, we kill. Hey, you ain't lying. If coronavirus is right here, murdering that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yo, exactly. In the middle of the show.
Murder.
Like, I'd be like, yo, not here today.
Justified murder is what we'll call it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's like, you know, they are murdering a lot of people's jobs, and you know what I mean? Like it's only gonna get worse for the time being, which is which is sad. You know what I mean? But I mean, for the most part, I just pray, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I mean, hopefully this time next year it'll have been subsided, because I mean, you know, when you look at some of those statistics, you know, and some of the estimations of how, you know, the numbers are gonna grow, it's disturbing. You know what I mean? So it's like,
man, I'm just trying to like, bro. Look, we on a podcast. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we ain't SEC regulated. I'm afraid to fuck right now.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I am being completely real. I am so afraid to fuck right now. Like, my wife, she's still going to work and shit. I'm like, nah, me and my kid, we stay at home. Like, I'm like, nah.
Bro,
nah.
Like, I went out and copped, like, you know what I'm saying? I might pick up, like, a little cutie, you know what I'm saying, here and there. But I told my boys, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get that half pack. You know what I mean? Let me just, because I'm going to be posted down for a cool minute. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
I'm
I was going to go out this weekend with the homies. I canceled that shit. I was like, I ain't going out. They're like, man, you bugging. I was like, no, I'm not.
Didn't you see Rudy? It's like, Rudy is the example right now. It's like, bro, Rudy Gobert, he ain't, this ain't no joke. You know what I mean? I ain't talking.
My guy just cut some fucking microphones, B. Like, he just cut some microphones. Like, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying, B.
Come on.
Oh, shit.
I was staring at my mic like, you dirty bitch.
Oh, man. Hey, I'll tell you this much. If Corona was a bitch, I ain't fucking her. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that bitch. Oh, my God. And you know what's,
this is where we are at.
And selfishly, I'm mad that I missed out on this hazmat suit line that I should have came out with. Could have been rich. You know what I'm saying? If in the gold rush, if we ain't digging the gold, we selling the shovels, goddammit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, freaking BDGE, the guys over at BDGE, they created a surgical mask line, and it's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
And
I was like, oh.
Hey, shout out to Nick from BDGE. That motherfucker's smart for that one. He's sharp for that.
Did you see that? Like,
I didn't see it yet, but I'm aware of him. He's dope as fuck.
Yo, that shit was. I was like, I should do it, and I was like, I can't bring myself to do this.
Do it. You know what I'm saying?
Just do it.
I mean, think about it. You come out with different colors. I mean, people aren't gonna stop going out. But you know, it might just be a thing that you get used to. Like if you go to Asia, if you go to China, before all this shit happened, you go around, motherfuckers is wearing masks on the regular because of the whole SARS back in 2002. It kind of made it part of the culture. That might be might be a thing for the next couple of years. Like if you're stepping out, you're gonna have a mask on, and you might as well have a fly one matches the 11s or some shit. You know what I mean?
Started thinking about that shit last night. I was like, last night is when I really saw. Like I brought the idea back up in my head, and I was like, man, I might fuck around and really do this shit.
Right?
And it's also a meme. It's also a meme. The memes sell. Look at the homie RMR. Like.
Yeah.
Being sell right now. That homie RMR remixed Rascal Flatts and blew up on YouTube.
Yeah.
That man singing country rap.
That's what I'm saying.
Singing country rap.
I mean, and hey, when there's, I mean, I hate to find a light out of a situation, but better than dwelling on the complete negative side of things, and that is a positive. You know what I mean? You could turn this into a pretty penny. You know what I mean? Look at Nick from BDGE. First, he has like 18,000 alone on YouTube. I mean, even if just his YouTube viewership purchases his surgical mask, you know what I mean? Because and surgical masks are the one. That's the one that really protects you, not like these regular face masks. You know what I mean? You need that joint that's
I might
tight.
do it. I might release that bitch tonight before Rumboyz After Dark. I will be live tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going down. If you want, man, you can even join us on the show. I'll send you a link. You can hop on the video with us and, chop it up.
Man, I'd appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
I might release that surgical mask though tonight.
Hey, you know what? The world, it's not only something that's necessary. You know what I mean? It could be something that's fashionable too, like you said. And I know your viewers, they want to support. You know what I mean? And it's a win-win. They get to actually support and then get something that'll protect them out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm down. I might do this shit. We'll see. Make sure you guys check us out on Rumboyz.com.
Yeah. Yeah, so well, you know what? Speaking of that, I want you to let everybody know where they can find all your content. You know what I mean? I want you to go ahead and plug all the socials and the website. You know what I'm saying? And etc.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to us on YouTube. Rumboyz Fantasy Network, the hottest fantasy football show, the hottest fantasy football network around. Even if you're into other things aside from fantasy football, let's say you love basketball, hockey, whatever, definitely check us out. Rumboyz.com is the website. At Rumboyz, spelled with a Z-N-E-C, is where you can find me on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you guys like, leave a review. And you can also listen to us on all podcast platforms. So if you like, only the audio podcast, you can check us out. Apple, Google, Spotify, you name it, we're out there. Just type in Rumboyz on Google. We'll pop up.
The Rumboyz, they on fire. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Robbie, it was such a pleasure having you on the show. Before I let you go ahead and tell me one stay away right now as it stands in March. One stay away, just a guy that you're totally gonna curve next year.
Someone that I'm definitely curving next year. I'm gonna stay away from Brandon Cooks for the LA Rams.
That was a good one. Playmakers. Yeah, Cooks is a no for me too. I got one for you. I'm not fucking with Mike Evans unless I'm in like best ball. Well, cause see, here's my theory why I say Mike Evans, because you know what I mean, like historically, and we've seen it this year. You know what I'm saying? The production's gonna go to that slot position, that slot guy, and that's Godwin all day, right? And then you know what I'm saying, Mike Evans coming off this, this type of injury. He's a bigger dude. You already kind of seen him, be more used as just a 50-50 guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't like chasing around guys that, you know what I mean, their numbers look good at the end of the year because they're skewed. You know what I mean? Like, he has the 140-yard outing. Then he has the 40-yard outing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, he's too freckled as far as his stat sheet and his per game, his per game, what's the word they call it? His per game average. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel
that.
It's kind of the same way.
Hyde of a guy. You don't want to deal with the Jekyll and Hyde.
Yes.
1 week he's this, next week he's that. I feel that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then another guy I'm kind of curving at tight end position, kind of curving Zach Ertz. Because, I mean, Dallas Goedert, it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? I could even see Ertz being traded maybe to New England if they go ahead and keep Brady. They're going to need to do some things for him. You know what I mean?
Hot take.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like with Goddard, I mean, even Goddard's still going to be in the mix. They religiously run 2 tight end sets over there. So I'm curving Ertz where you're going to have to get him. Because people are still going to pull him up in that 3rd round. You know what I mean?
I like it. Okay. I dig it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, bro.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what?
See how the season turns out.
This has been goddamn episode 50 of the Real Fantasy Playmakers right here on the GMN Network. Jamaicans. We had our first official real Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? We went ahead and poured up some rum. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Rumboyz. As a whole, you know what I'm saying? And I want a special shout out to you, Robbie. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Once again, Pat Mayo, the fantasy rapper, y'all all going down. My man Robbie, he got you guys head on the platter. You know what I'm saying? He's coming like the Corona. You know what I'm saying? Maybe is it too early? It's too early, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might be too early to make Corona jokes. Yeah, but either way, and everybody,
No, it's not.
everybody, go ahead and take showers in antibacterial. Wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? Rock the Rumboyz mask. Coming soon. You know what I mean? Everybody, stay safe. You know what I mean? Love your loved ones. You know what I mean? Let all the older folks that you know that you love, let them know that you love them, because this is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? That they're the ones first to go in this crisis. You know what I mean? And I mean, God is God bless America. Does that suffice? Yes, God bless America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God damn it.
Really, God bless America.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Don't go ahead and follow the Rumboyz on every platform, man. And thank you for bearing with my voice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had a long one in the studio last night. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? But I couldn't miss this. You know what I'm saying? This opportunity to have you on. You know what I mean? You know, I want to thank you again, and man, you just be safe out there, my brother.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. You have a good one.
Good, we out.
Yeah, peace. Once again, that was my special guest host for episode 50. That was Robbie from the Rumboyz. You know what I'm saying? Stand-up guy. I'm telling you guys, all you content creators out there, you need to look at these guys and you're going to step your shit up. You know what I mean? Because these guys ain't out here playing. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, made me want to double and triple and quadruple my efforts. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker damn near my fantasy heroes in the industry right now. You know what I'm saying? And all the names he was mentioning too are all other guys I follow. And you know what I'm saying? It's that you could tell that the Rumboyz, they keep good company. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you are a reflection of who you surround yourself with. And these motherfuckers out here is top notch, top shelf. You know what I mean? And they providing this content for you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I, for one, I like to thank them just for, you know, I wish I could have said that when he was on the line, but, you know, I want to thank the effort and the grind. You know what I'm saying? I have thanks for that, because that influences me, inspires me. You know what I mean? I am new in the game. You know what I'm saying? And, man, just for these dudes to come in and speak with me, you know what I'm saying? I feel blessed in that sense. You know what I mean? But, yeah, follow us at the GMM Network. Follow me at Bogard, Scott Free, Playmakers. You know what? Hold on, we got to let everybody in. Where's everybody at? We got to let everybody in. You know what I'm saying? It's episode 50, goddammit. Everybody come inside here. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody make some noise. Yes, make some noise. Louder. It's episode 50, goddammit. We made it. Woo!